Hey guys, welcome back to another comic book review here on Toned In Entertainment. Now recently I reviewed the Cammy one-shot comic book, and we have yet another one-shot comic book to look at here from Udon Comics with the Street Fighter Masters Chun-Li issue number 1 called The Fury of the Blue Jade. The story here takes place in Beijing, China, where Chun-Li has ditched her signature fighting gear for a swimsuit, and gone are the days of her having to worry about evil dictators like Bison trying to take over the world. The only people that she has to contend with these days are wannabe troublemakers who are giving her students a little bit of grief. And of course, Chun-Li will have no problem reminding anyone who tries to be a meanie to any of her students why she is the strongest woman in the world. And while things seem to be much more calm and relaxed for Chun-Li these days, when she gets a visit from Cammy who brings a message that Bison may not be dead after all, Chun-Li will quickly make it her mission to go out and find Bison. Now Chun's plan is to gather info as to where Bison could be hiding out, and her game plan is to visit a seedy shop owner named Mu Young. But even after a thorough investigation, this rat won't squeal. But thankfully for Chun-Li, Mu Young isn't the slickest individual and will reveal a clue without even trying to. With the pressure on, Mu Young will quickly weasel his way out of any further confrontation with Chun-Li and will give her a clue as to where and who she should be tracking, and that person being Falk. Now after a brief altercation, Falk will be able to make a getaway. But this little setback will not stop Chun-Li. In fact, it's now time for her to rock her classic Street Fighter attire and proceed on with her mission. However, it just won't be Falk that she'll have to contend with, but also Ed. Now first, this seems to be a prime opportunity to extract info as to the whereabouts of Bison after a little butt kicking, of course, but Chun-Li will come to find out that Falk and Ed might just be 2 more victims of Bison after all. And in the end, Chun-Li will realize that controlling her emotions and allowing herself to take a deep breath and to see things clearly is the best thing she can do, not only for her quest for Bison, but for her to continue to be the mama hen for the kids that look at Chun-Li as the most important person in their lives. Now for my review score for Street Fighter Masters Chun-Li issue number 1. The story here gets a 9 out of 10. We get to see the life of Chun-Li and what she thought was a life after Bison, here in the days of mentoring kids who have lost it all and without Chun-Li in their lives might not be the same. And while Chun knows how important she is to the kids, when the news comes to her that Bison might just be alive, it makes complete sense for her to go out and seek out the man who has brought her so much pain over the years. And in the end, it's nice to see that even though Chun-Li could have literally beat the info out of Ed and Falk, she let herself be the bigger person and see the bigger picture. The art is going to get a 10 out of 10. Whether Chun-Li is excited at seeing her old friend Cammy, to being furious at the thought of Bison lurking somewhere, to her combat, there's a lot of great visuals here by artist and writer of this issue, Ryan Kennard. Momentum, I'm going to give it a 9. Now momentum is something that's difficult to rate in a one-shot issue, so I have to ask myself, would I want to see more? And the answer is yes. This issue not only tells a complete story, but also has me thinking of the possibilities of more down the line, and I'll be all on board if they do a follow-up story to this one. The fun factor gets a 9 out of 10. In this issue, not only does Cammy show up to deliver the bad news to Chun-Li, but she also is here as a friend. I think the only thing that I would have liked to see here is Chun-Li bringing Cammy along for when she goes to track down Falk. I think if we got to see these 2 ladies clobbering Ed and Falk together, this would have made it one killer issue. Either way, if you're a fan of the Street Fighter franchise, and especially Chun-Li, this is a great comic book to pick up. Now Street Fighter 6 has been out for several weeks now, and I've been doing something I call the 100 online game challenge with different characters to see how many wins I can get and then give my impression. And my latest character that I completed this challenge with is none other than Chun-Li. Well, that video will be up this week here on Toned In Entertainment. So guys, if you like comic book reviews like this and all things pop culture, make sure you hit that red subscribe button so you can stay tuned in here to Toned In Entertainment for future videos.
Subscribe to the channel. Do it. Go now. Do it now.